Here, head coach Bobby Barbier, the Demons heading to Globe Life Field, home of MLB's Texas Rangers, for this weekend series with Oklahoma. And coach, I guess the weather giveth and the weather taketh away. You don't get to play a midweek game, but you get to go to the newest ballpark in MLB, and a really neat experience for both you and your team.
Yeah, I've personally never played or coached in a big league ballpark, so it'll be a lot of fun for the guys. We have quite a few guys from Texas, probably means a little more to them, but I think it's going to be an experience that they can talk about for a long time, and it worked out. We were looking at temperatures below freezing until Sunday in Norman, so I'm glad those guys have a relationship, with the Rangers and their ballpark that allow us to do this, and it's a little shorter ride and a pretty nice park to get going this weekend.
Have you talked to the guys kind of about maybe what to expect in terms of, at least for the pitchers and the infielders, nothing really changes. It's still 60 feet, 6 inches of the plate. The bases are still 90 feet apart. The whole Hoosier spiel, but baseballized.
Yeah, well, I don't even really know what to expect, to be honest with you, as it comes to that park. But, I don't know if any of these guys played in Norman either, and that's just something in our game. It's we have a bunch of unique parks in our game, shorter fences, longer fences, dirt surfaces, synthetic surfaces, all these things that you have to do a good job of adapting to pretty quick. We don't get a practice day in there, but we get to go a little early tomorrow to take a little more batting practice and kind of get a feel for it. But it's just about competing. Doesn't matter if we're competing here at our park or at Park Natchitoches or at Globe Life. It's just about competing and getting better as this season moves forward.
Well, you'll face a team, and I know you like to play these games really throughout the season, but early season especially. You've mentioned it time and again in your time here. When you play bigger competition, quote unquote better teams, it exposes your flaws. And it's a weekend when you face an Oklahoma team that pitched it very well last weekend at Globe Life, shut out Auburn, beat Michigan as well before in between losing to Arizona. But a team that's going to push your lineup and push your defense.
Yeah, the ball just moves a little faster. That's all there is to it. They're going to have guys that have a little better arms than maybe we have faced, in the past or this past weekend. It just moves a little faster when you play those Power 5 teams a lot of times. But it's about executing. That's what it's about. It's about executing, being competitive, staying in the game. Whenever things start to unravel, you can start to get in your mind a little bit and give them too much credit sometimes when you play teams like this. And I think we've had success in this area because we were able to stay in the game a lot of times. Because we didn't go in there wide-eyed or big-eyed, and maybe the new stadium, we'll see how that affects them. But I think that we've done a good job over the years of just go and play our game, no matter who we're playing, whether it's Oklahoma or whoever else, and just being us and competing really hard.
You think you saw that some Saturday and Sunday this past week? It was a tough Friday night, not the way you wanted to open the season, but you're able to bounce back, had a real good performance Saturday, and then a back and forth game where you had a lot of success last year in one-run games that carried over at least for the first one this year.
Yeah, we talked about before. Do you have success in one-run games because you win them, or do you do something that allows you to win those games? And I don't have all the answers there. I just know that if we do what we talk about all the time and competing every pitch and moving past mistakes and moving past successes, and we just keep doing those things, this game rewards you for doing that. This game rewards you for having a short memory after a loss on Friday night and getting ready to play the next day and coming out with energy. It rewards you having a short memory after a good win on Saturday and doing the same thing on Sunday. So it's going to reward us over the long run if we keep doing that, whether it's this weekend or next weekend or whenever, but it will do that over the entirety of the season.
Same starting rotation, which I know is something as a pitching coach and a pitching-minded coach you like to have. Cal didn't have his best stuff Friday night. He battled. Johnny gave you 5 strong. And Drayton in his first outing last weekend was very good. So, again, those guys you talked about having comfort and trust in rewarded that.
Yeah, it is comforting knowing those guys will run out there again. If you start shuffling things around a ton, it can make your team a little unsettled. So it's nice. I thought Cal competed pretty hard. Kind of ran into a little trouble, and it's early in the season. It's tough on those guys because they aren't really extended quite as much as you like. We kind of had that 75, 80 pitch limit, which that'll be increased this week if they're able to stay in the game for that long. But proud of all 3 of those guys. Proud of some of the guys that came out of the bullpen and guys that haven't got their shot yet. We had a lot of guys that were supposed to get a chance on Wednesday, and just obviously the weather didn't work out and hadn't gotten their shot. So excited to see some of those guys get in there hopefully this weekend and watch them compete.
All right. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thank you.